Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is UnKut with former Nebraska baseball pitcher Kyle Perry on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Happy Sunday, folks. Welcome to UnKut here, 93.7 The Ticket. It's a crisp 10 o'clock here in Lincoln, USA, here on 11th and O Street. The leaves are falling. Got orange, yellow, green, you name it, leaves. Autumn scene here in downtown Lincoln. And we're fired up to be here. So shout out to all you night owls out there. A lot to unpack here in the sports world since being on last Wednesday. Thursday got cut a little bit short. Harrison Arns out due to sickness. So hopefully Harrison's feeling better. I got Jake beside me here. We're just chilling out here at a lovely night here on the Ticket. Like I said, lots to unpack. Huskers fall short and just a terrific, entertaining game. And I mention it a lot in a lot of my shows. You can't be greedy in sports. You can't be greedy, especially as a Husker fan. In my line of work, you can't get greedy, especially in baseball. Universally known as a game of failure. Can't say the same about football. But when it comes to Husker football, as of late, I say that's you don't want to call it a moral victory. I know that's been a term thrown around. Probably a lot in the last few days or the last few weeks, really, but especially the last 24 hours. And where we're at as a program, moral victories, they don't do much for you. You got to break that threshold at some point. And yesterday, I look at it as what a great opportunity that was. And in some sort of way, I feel this. We kind of went back to the old ways of snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory. I felt like at a certain point there in the fourth that, you know what, this is our game to lose, right? That we had the game right where we wanted it. We had the Buckeyes in the shoe right where we wanted them. And in a game like football where you have 4 quarters to beat down your opponent, wear them down physically, mentally, spiritually, in many cases, that's tough to hang around a team of that caliber. And that's where I gained a lot of respect for Matt Rule and the boys, especially coming off of the treacherous performance that we saw in Bloomington. So I say, like I said, I'm not one for moral victories, but that's one hell of an effort by our Huskers. So hats off. You know that's encouraging going back to work. What a win would have certainly made huge waves, not just throughout the athletic department here in Lincoln. Huge waves through the locker room of the football team. But that would have made huge waves nationwide. That seemed to me at some point going into half for the Buckeyes, speaking as a Husker fan, I kind of had the feeling that this could have been Ohio State's Southern Georgia. And now, no, is Nebraska the caliber of team that Southern Georgia was in Scott Frost's final game as Husker head coach? No, by no means. Or am I discussing the Huskers in the same light as the Southern Georgia Eagles or whatever they were in Frost's final game where we got walked off on our home turf in one unbelievable loss that Husker fans will remember for a long time. But I feel with the pressure that is put on the Ohio State football program year in, year out, and on Ryan Day, kind of like that Bo Pelini sort of standard, where 10 games just might not be enough on any given year. But if the Huskers would have pulled it off yesterday, that kind of opens a can of worms. And I might be being dramatic in saying that could have been Ryan Day's Georgia Southern. The Huskers win were 6-2 versus what Georgia Southern was in that game. Not sure what they were. So like I said, not making the team comparison from Huskers to Georgia Southern, but in the eyes of Ryan Day's higher ups, in the eyes of the Ohio State Buckeye fan base, Ohio State drops that one yesterday. I would have loved to seen the headlines, especially out of Columbus, Ohio. Because screw him, quite frankly. A lot to respect to what Ryan Day has done with the program, inheriting quite the succession handed off to him by Urban Meyer in Columbus. But to sustain that success that he has done, so mad respect, he has proven himself as a head coach in Columbus. But that would have been uber entertaining as a diehard Husker, and I'm sure that a lot of us would have found a lot of joy in seeing that go down. But I do feel, and I'm going to say it just for the record, I'm not being greedy, and this might be me being greedy. Who knows? Call my bluff. But the Huskers winning that game seemed a lot more possible and more likely than defeat at given points in that game. And I know I might be talking a little bit off the rails here, and maybe some of you out there didn't feel the same way, and that's totally fine. And that might just be the optimist in me. That once we got that lead in the fourth, I thought it was wraps. Not necessarily wraps. I thought it was our game to then lose. Not just because of the scoreboard. But by the way, you also have to think about the psychology of sport, okay? The Buckeyes, when was the last time someone came into their house of the caliber as yesterday's Nebraska team and kind of hung around with them? Kind of beat them in certain areas of the game. And really a team that Ohio State couldn't just take and ragdoll around the field. And we don't have to get into the Big Ten officiating. Moment of silence there. We don't have to get into the Big Ten officiating that has been utterly okay at their job. All right. We don't have to get into it. At least they stay consistent throughout their sports. And the caliber of officiating. And I'm not going to go into it. Like I said, I'm not. But if you have to leave it up to the officiating, then a winner would say, then you're not doing your job completely. And then you're just not winning. But certainly I'd be stupid to say that there weren't calls in that game made, not made, by the officiating that really could have helped the Huskers out in a time where it seems like, well, quite frankly, I can't remember the last time officiating helped us out. And is that a loser mindset? Potentially. But it's also coming from a Husker fan that we have been through a torturous stretch as of late. And I didn't expect to talk this much about Husker football. But I will say, as a fan, as a true diehard, as a Husker myself, very appreciative of how Matt Rule's boys went out and the effort they gave yesterday. And like I said, coming off of that treacherous performance against Indiana the week prior. So hats off to those boys. Hopefully that's an encouraging a sign throughout the program in that locker room. And hopefully next week they can go out and take care of business and clinch their berth to a bowl game, which hasn't happened in 8 years? So let's get to a bowl game, put everything behind us, and hopefully finish strong to end the year. But let's go over to baseball. A couple incredible World Series games. I'm wearing my Yankees hat here in the booth. Not even a Yankees fan. It's a hell of a hat. If you can see it on the film, it's the 98 locker room cap of the Yankees. It's got like a velvet finish on it. Really sweet. Not hyping up my hat game too much, but I got some swag. But I was thinking about it in real time. Okay. Game one of the better baseball games you can draw up if you're a script writer. We've been over it for the record. You cannot script baseball. Okay, just going to put that down. You can't. But if it were to be scripted, that game one of the World Series done pretty damn well. But here's what I was thinking real time. For those who don't know, game one ended in a walk-off grand slam by the Los Angeles Dodgers, Freddie Freeman. Just an unbelievable talent of our generation. He's working on a bum ankle right now. Kirk Gibson-esque out of Freddie Freeman. Just true heroics in the bottom of the 10th inning in game one of the World Series. But you go back before this World Series, once the matchup was set, all I want is a 6 or 7 game series to be satisfied, to satisfy my fandom and my love for watching the game of baseball. Because you got to think here, okay, they're going to be wrapping up towards the end of October. We're not going to be seeing this caliber of baseball until mid to late March next year. So as a baseball fan, it's tough, and you want to get your fix, especially when you got two of the best teams really ever assembled facing up against each other. But I did think when Freddie Freeman launched that ball into orbit off Nestor Cortez in the bottom of the 10th with 2 outs in game one of the World Series, you win a game in that fashion that early in the series, I think the Yankees come out on top. We're working with a 6 or 7 game series. Okay. And I hope I am proven deadly wrong. For all it's worth. I hope. This is much bigger than me. Much, 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 much bigger than me. The game is. But so hopefully I'm proven wrong. But I thought when Freddie Freeman sent that one into space that turned the series into a 5, maybe even a 4 game set. And it kills me to say that. Just because you have to think of the fashion, think of the energy that was felt in that stadium to turn the defeat the Yankees had to have felt walking off of that field that night. At the end of the day, it's one game. And I'm sure that was Aaron Boone's message to his team the next, probably after that game. I'm not sure what the managerial routine is after a game in the World Series. I'm not sure if it's a 30-second pep talk in the clubhouse afterwards or if it's just dead silent, goes to his office and shuts the hell up for the rest of the night. Not sure. But I bet you if there was any message, it's one game. Let's go even the score tomorrow. Tomorrow happens. Last night, Yankees make it interesting in the 9th, but come up short and lose 4-2 to the Dodgers. So now we're working with a 2-0 Dodger lead in the World Series, headed back to New York tomorrow, I believe. So more so to my point, like the feeling I had after game 1, that turned the series into a 5, potentially, heaven help us, 4 game set. With the Dodgers taking it, just because of the fashion that game one was won, and the momentum that pumps into that team, into that clubhouse, staying at home, sleeping in their own beds, going into last night and taking care of business. 2-0 Dodger lead in the World Series, going to New York tomorrow night. I really want to see a Yankees response, hence why I'm wearing the cap. I'm trying to turn the tides a little bit. For the Yankees, because I want to see a 6 or 7 game series. But I'll work with whatever we get, and I'll watch each pitch with pure joy. But But I would love to see a 6 or 7 game set. Selfishly, but I feel like I'm probably in the majority there with wanting to see as many games as possible. If you're not a Dodger or Yankees fans, they're going to want to see as many games as they can play now that being down 0-2. What else is going on? The Huskers, how'd they do in their basketball exhibition? I'm unsure. I did see that they played. Is Fred supposed to have a good team this year?
Well, yeah, expectations are high after
welcoming
making
Jake
the tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And see, here's the thing with basketball, and Harrison will get fired up about it. Why aren't the expectations higher here at Nebraska? Is what he would argue. Or I say, I think they're high enough. Okay, basketball isn't expected to take the floor, and to those listening, if you disagree, basketball in any sport, really, it's hard to make. If you're not talking about making a bowl game in football, which you have to be an average team in the country to get to 6 wins. Since there's about 140 bowls out there you can make. So that opens the field up quite a bit. Baseball, having lived it, played 6 years, made 3 NCAA tournaments. So it's a 50% clip. It's a tough thing to do, man. It's tough to make that field of 64. It really is. So for basketball, in the Big Ten, should the expectation be to make the tournament every year? I'm not sure. Is that my personal expectation of the Husker basketball team every year? Absolutely not. Since last year, been 10 years since they made it? Gotten bounced in the first round both times I've gotten to see it. And that's fine. Okay, I'm sorry. Am I complacent? No. Am I content with making the dance and seeing the boys put the NCAA patch on their jerseys? Yes. I think you're greedy if you don't agree with that. And you're okay to disagree with me. I love when people disagree with me. But I'm saying out of experience in baseball, people, oh my goodness, the expectations for a baseball team. You guys have no freaking clue how tough it is to have sustained success over a long period of time in the game of baseball. Okay. It's one of the harder games you can have sustained success in. And to the teams that can do it, tip your freaking cap. Okay. But especially in the landscape of sports, to build a team that's going to have sustained success is about 90% mental on the team's behalf. Coaching's a little bit of it. Recruiting's a big part of it. But in today's landscape, you're going to need to fork over a little bit of money. Harrison claims we have a payroll for basketball. Okay. I disagree. I absolutely disagree. If we have a payroll, and what I think is going to happen here at a place like Nebraska, and knowing the fans, knowing some of the donors, knowing how people in the state operate, and the way they think, they're going to have to see a product before they pour money in. But that's not how it goes in today's day and age. Look at the Jeff Sims catastrophe last year. Dude had his own meal deal at Amigos. One of the worst business deals you'll ever see. What are we doing? Before he even played a snap as a Husker, dude had his meal deal at Amigos. I freaking love Amigos. And that crushed me. Okay? Because the things I would have done for a meal deal, maybe like 0.5% of commission, I don't care. I don't want to know what he was getting paid. It'll make me throw up here on air.
Did you ever get a Jeff Sims meal deal?
No, absolutely not. I was going to if he won game 1 against Minnesota. And they had signs around the restaurant, because they had to, probably contractually.
Yeah.
It was funny. The first couple weeks go by, I start seeing less of those signs, pulling up to the Amigos on 27th. Anyways, rabbit hole. But I will say, after my first elbow surgery, the first thing I was craving was freaking 3 Amigos. Hell, it might have been 4, but I remember at least 3 Amigos grilled chicken soft tacos. They're like little wraps. They're warm. They're heated. I think they overdo it on the cheese, so I get no cheese and no sour cream. Not a sour cream guy.
Yeah.
Hate cheese and sour cream. I don't know if it's something about dairy. I don't have any dairy intolerances or anything like that. Just me. Just a little Easter egg there for you. But hate it. So I just get it, and it's just grilled chicken, wonderfully. I mean, they just do it right at Amigos. Okay, could the prices be down a little bit? Sure, but they do a great job, and they got lettuce, grilled chicken. That might just be it. Hell, wrap it up in a tortilla.
Yeah,
and they're pretty good portion sized. And I get ranch. Their ranch is unfreaking believable. But I remember that was my order after I got my first surgery. I don't know what the meds did to me to want that, but it hit unbelievably hard. So shout out Amigos. That's a core memory in my life, truly. Truly. Sitting in my townhome here in Lincoln, smashing down some Amigos, high off of whatever drugs they give you in the operating room. Feeling good. Feeling real good. And that Amigos just made that moment a little bit more special. So Amigos, I don't necessarily have. I don't agree with you with some of your past, your previous business deals, but I'm a big fan of your products. So keep it up, Amigos. Pats on the back. Kudos to you guys. So where were we, Jake?
Oh, the basketball expectations.
All right, yeah. Look at that. Look at that, folks. You know, that should just be a segment. Just see so just open up all the rabbit holes and see where we end up. So we went from Husker basketball to the soft tacos at Amigos. It's great. But that's how the state works. Okay, I think they got to see a product in order to dump the money in. So it takes one. Like I've been saying in baseball, it takes one year. We make it to Omaha. 1 year we make it to Omaha. We're going to be a perennial powerhouse. Just watch. Okay? So if that happens in the near future, you can clip that. Take it to the bank, brother. I promise you that's going to be the case. Same with basketball. Same with football. There's a threshold that needs to be broken. And once we do that, the funds are going to magically be there. Okay? And I'm just saying that as a proud Husker fan now, that's just going to have to be the case to see success down the road for the Huskers. And I'm excited for it because it's going to come inevitably. I'm Kyle Perry. Listen to UnKut here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop! Woohoo!
Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Explain to me again why we're sleeping on the ground.
Because we're thramping, thrift camping. It's saving us money and getting us closer to nature.
But we don't need to thramp. I just combined our home and auto insurance with our State Farm agent, so we have a rate that fits our budget.
All right. Do you think our agent can bring us an air mattress?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Uncut with former Nebraska baseball pitcher Kyle Perry on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome back and happy Sunday, folks. 93.7 The Ticket. I'm Kyle Perry, and this is Uncut. Thank you for listening if you're tuning in. Twitter, YouTube. It's great to have you. And happy Sunday. If I'm providing you with white noise in the bedroom and this is what you fall asleep to on Sunday nights, wow. Good for you. And hopefully you sleep alone. So we were talking before break, okay, about a payroll, okay, within the available athletic department. We got the 1890 initiative, okay, that's something that is being advertised quite a bit, but I'm not sure how that gets distributed. Is that enough? Is there enough in that initiative to consider it a payroll? Harrison Arns, my color guy from Monday to Thursday, loves to say that there's a payroll. Absolutely, there's a payroll, Harrison says. And I disagree. Where is the payroll? How much is the payroll? And if there is a payroll, then why aren't we scooping a top 5 player out of the portal in each sport at least? If there's a payroll to me, if you're going to claim there's a payroll should have enough to scoop up a blue chip stock in the transfer portal. Folks, there's everyone in the freaking transfer portal, okay? There's probably people that are playing seasons right now, say college football, that mentally they're in the portal, okay? Recruiting is happening 24/7, every sport, okay? And if it's not, your coach ain't doing the freaking job. Okay, college sports have changed. They've evolved. And I think college sports, even before NIL was a thing, you're constantly recruiting, right? When you're talking to little kids at the park, you're recruiting. You don't know what little Timmy's going to be in 13 years. You don't. Maybe little Timmy sticks with that. Coach Smith, we had that great interaction at the park that time when I was 6 years old. Now little Timmy's 17, 18, looking for a home to play college sports. Coach Smith rolls along. Hey, little Timmy, come play here. And you could be a step down from whatever little Timmy's aspirations are, but he remembers Coach Smith. So it is always recruiting. I think it's always been that way, but even more so now. Hell, you're talking to players after your game, dapping them up after a basketball game, after a football game. You don't know if brother's going to be in the portal in a couple of weeks. Like I said, maybe mentally they're already in the portal. They hate their coach. They hate their role on the team. They think there's greener pastures out there. Too many players like that. Every sport, way too many players like that. But that's the reality of things. And as a coach at a Power 5 school, at a perennial powerhouse of a name, Nebraska, you got to be recruiting everywhere. But to go back to the payroll thing that Harrison swears on, and that I don't, for the record, just to add some more context to it, if there's a payroll here at Nebraska, if we have big pockets like we want to say we do, then a Dylan Raiola should be getting scooped up. And he wasn't even a portal piece. He was a recruit. So that's true. That's true recruitment stuff. He had elements here at the University of Nebraska that he didn't have anywhere else. He had an opportunity to start right off the rip. Look what happened. He's doing it. His uncle's, though, line coach, going to be protecting his nephew. Okay. Now he's bringing his brother along. He's a legacy. His dad played here and played in the NFL. He is a pedigree Husker. Okay. But can you get a Raiola caliber player, program changer out of the portal? You should be with a payroll. You should be able to every single year with a quote unquote payroll. So that's my big question to be filled in the Nebraska athletic department going forward. Do I sound aggressive? Probably do. But here's the point. I've been through it. I've seen it. I've never been in a position where the payroll would ever be coming to me, for the record. Okay, I knew where I stood. I was a relief pitcher in my 6th year of college baseball. Okay, I started most of my career here. But it was a slippery slope down after the elbows kept happening, okay? I'm self-aware, folks, okay? I'm not saying I should have been getting $500,000 coming my way. But if we're going to talk the talk, folks, about being Nebraska, we have so much to offer with our fan base, our traditions, our culture throughout our entire athletic department, not just football. Okay? The tight-knit feeling within our athletic department that has always been there. Okay? I spent 12 semesters as a Husker here in Lincoln, and it was cool. It got better. We got closer every week, every year I was here, and I'm hella proud of that. Okay? But now in today's landscape of college sports, money is going to be the answer to a lot of our issues. Okay? We're already seeing it. We dump however many million into a new athletic facility, and look at the great publicity that's given us. Look at the recruits it's bringing in. Our sports are trending up. Crazy. It's almost like if you build it, they will come, a wise man once said. But now maybe we got to be thinking, if you pay them, they will come. So Harrison swears on this payroll. I want to see it be put to work if we got it. Like I said, I expect a Raiola tier, because now that's where the bar's at. He's the biggest recruit I've seen brought in any sport for a long time. And look at what he's doing. He's able to now recruit the players he wants. Our football team, if he sticks around, is going to be on the upward trend. I can promise you that. Hoping he stays healthy and he's, and we keep trending upward as a program. But that's going to keep happening because we took a shot on a kid. We got a blue chip prospect, number one prospect or recruit in the country, right, in that last year's class. So I'm looking forward to seeing maybe if we can maybe prove that we got that payroll. But right now, I'm not buying it. Okay, so we came into this in basketball because Harrison likes to say in basketball we got a payroll. But now that they got the 1890 initiative, maybe he's right. But how much is really in that payroll? And who can we possibly scoop up out of the portal with that payroll? And like I said, I think a Raiola tier player needs to be scooped up every year, whether that's recruiting or out of the portal, in any sport. And just one. I'm just saying just one. So we'll see. We'll see. Amy Williams and women's basketball, they scooped up a couple big pieces. And she's been doing that for years now. So she has a proven track record of doing that. But moving into, the baseballs, there's been some guys that have slipped away from the baseball program, recruiting wise, that if payroll was in play, they'd be Huskers. And unfortunately, they're not now, because money they were bought for somewhere else, somewhere down south where it's easier to recruit, where the money is, where the payroll is present, 100% there. And those could have been program changing players, would have been, I would even say. There's a number of them. I don't need to dive in on them because they have their priorities, and they have their desires and their goals and their college baseball careers that didn't include Nebraska, and that's okay. I can live with that. I won't lose sleep, but I will lose sleep if we're going to go out and we're going to claim that there's a payroll available for all these sports, and then we're not able to match the number that these recruits are looking for. And that's all I got to say about it, really. If there's a payroll, I would love to see us prove it, right? But like I said, I think for there to be that payroll, to see that payroll go to work, they're going to need to see a lot more product. And by product, I mean, as a baseball program, it's not going to be making it to a regional. It might not even be hosting a regional. I think that threshold is going back to Omaha. Then that payroll will become apparent that it's there. Basketball, it's going to be winning a game in the NCAA tournament. That's their threshold, in my opinion, that needs to be broken. Football, we've broken every threshold for the older, more mature Husker fan. For a fan like me, born in 2000, my best years were under Pelini, that I can remember. Right, Solich had good years when I was a little tight, but and go back, still not good enough for the Husker fan. They bring in was it Callahan after Solich, and then Pelini. So that's when I started to gain memories from the Husker football team. But the threshold, I think right now, gotta say it, is a freaking bowl game. And that threshold, I think that bar is going to be raised. And I definitely know with Matt Rule and those guys over there, that their standard, that bar is higher than just a 6-win season and making it to a bowl game. 100%. I think in a lot of ways, the schedule, they said, Nebraska could be walking into Columbus 7-0. That's what everyone was saying at the beginning of the year. If they were to walk into Columbus 5-2, I think a lot of people would be disappointed. Me, no, that's fine. Now they're 5-3. Great. Next opportunity. Win this week, they're 6-3. That doesn't look too bad, don't you think? And that's all I've got when it comes to getting my blood pressure up for the Huskers. And so all I want is the best for the athletic department, and I think we're trending up. I really do. So we're gonna keep seeing where we can go with this, and I think winning cures everything. Knowing that in baseball, and that's going to be throughout. So winning's a habit, man. We're going to be seeing a lot of it coming up here in Lincoln. Let's just hope we can rebound as a football team this next week. We're going to cut to break. This is UnKut.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
NEBCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEBCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEBCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com. General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Travis with Midwest Bank, now with 2 branches conveniently serving Lincoln and 8 other locations across Nebraska. We're here to help you with any of your needs. From opening a checking account to buying a home or financing your business, our staff is here for you. Stop in and you might see Shin Daddy himself. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank, member FDIC.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Explain to me again why we're sleeping on the ground.
Because we're thramping, thrift camping. It's saving us money and getting us closer to nature.
But we don't need to thramp. I just combined our home and auto insurance with our State Farm agent, so we have a rate that fits our budget.
All right. Do you think our agent can bring us an air mattress?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to Oak Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at Oak Street Carpet.
Oak Street Carpet.
1732 Oak Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Uncut with former Nebraska baseball pitcher Kyle Perry on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome back, folks. Happy Sunday. I'm Kyle Perry. This is Uncut here on 93.7 The Ticket. Here in the heart of downtown Lincoln, man. It's 10:47 Central Standard. And people are still out and about, man. You know, it's a Sunday night. You know, the kids are, you know, wrapped up in bed, ready for a great school week. And here we are talking sports with you. So thanks for being with us. Well, about for the last 3 segments, we've been talking about Husker sports and getting a little fired up. For those that don't know, I'm a former Husker pitcher. Spent 6 years there, milked a couple years out due to COVID and a couple elbow surgeries. And now I'm giving back to the community in a way. I'm managing a facility in Waverly called The Wave. It's a baseball and softball facility, and so I'm doing a lot of lessons there, and got a great situation going on. So if you're ever wondering what I was up to, doubt you were. Well, that's what I'm doing. So I'm working in Waverly, driving on down to Lincoln here for a late night radio show, and I got Jake beside me, and he sits here and he's my guy. He's my guy every Sunday night, and we just get it done, and we love talking sports with you. So Jake, appreciate you being here, staying up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can tell you're getting better. You're very entertaining. You're natural.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jake. I'm trying my best. I got a lot of thoughts running through this old cranium, and my filter is pretty small. But it's good enough to where I'm not letting a lot of F-bombs out.
Yeah.
Which wow. That let's talk about this real quick. That person right outside, okay, was just sitting on their phone. The light had turned. They had about 3-4 cars in front of them. All right, let's talk about this to end the show. Okay. Driver's awareness at the wheel, okay? And I've been talking to this. I haven't voiced this frustration with you, but Harrison's heard all about it. Okay. I don't know what TikTok did, what Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, whatever they're doing to your freaking brain, and I feel it sometimes. Our attention spans, you look around, folks. If you're listening, listen here real quick. Okay. The attention spans within our families, within your friend groups, you check them right now. Okay. If you can't have a 10+ second conversation with somebody without them looking down on their phones and totally tuning you out, okay, that's been my pet peeve. I haven't been self-aware with pet peeves in a long time, okay? But now I'm kind of, this is one that's like really irking me, okay? If I was a teacher and I would tell my class, this is my pet peeve that don't piss me off, okay, sort of thing, that's what it would be. Okay, because now our attention spans are like a freaking squirrel's now. You know the movie Up by Disney, and the dog is squirrel. That scene, classic. That's what I feel like our society's turning into, and I'm not even kidding. And I'm not bitter, maybe a bit, but I'm not a bitter person, okay? But when it comes to this stuff, and you see how many, well, and I know how much time you waste watching those freaking stupid 15-second clips, something psychologically happening up there, okay? But what I just witnessed was a guy driving a Ford Focus. Okay. Just so you know, he was driving a black Ford Focus right here on O Street. Freaking 4 cars ahead of him go because the light turned green. And this dude, for at least 10 seconds, was sitting here on his phone, not even realizing that the cars ahead of him have gone ahead. And I'm not even sure if he made his green light. Okay. So people, put the freaking phones down. Maybe live in the moment a sec. Okay. There's a classic quote. Hang up and hang out. Okay. I get it. There's a lot on your phone. So much on your phone now. But whatever those companies are doing to your brain, they're frying us. All right, man. This isn't a conspiracy theory. They're frying your freaking brain because I see it in my friends. I see it in family. All right, that watch these things. They can't hold a conversation for 5 or more seconds. They'll have one sentence with you and they think it's over. Right to their phone. Oh, you continue with the conversation? Oh, what was that? That's how I swear to you. And I'm sure you're going to notice now that I brought it up. Just call your people out, okay? If you're listening out there and you see your people doing that, call them out, okay? Because that's unlocked a new pet peeve. And I don't have many pet peeves, but now I know I have one. So, crazy, non-athletic tangent there. But maybe watch a little less reels. Maybe have more interpersonal communication. Hang up and hang out. Try to really indulge in conversation instead of just burying yourself in your phone. All right. Easier said than done. I get it. There's a lot on your phone. But in today's society, I kind of think about, damn, maybe I would have been really well off in the 60s or something, one of those born at the wrong time sort of things. So it's like, dude, if I'm hanging around people, my phone is the last thing I'm thinking about, And so it's tough to see people regardless of what your personality is. I get there's plenty out there. Introverts, I happen not to be one, can be at times. But if you're in a social situation, you feel uncomfortable, you whip out your phone. I get it. Okay, I've done it before myself, so I don't want to be a hypocrite in this sense. But maybe just try to just fully take in a moment, be present in the moment, in conversation with the people you love. Life's too short, man. You don't want to look back and be like, damn, man, I wasted 16 hours a week on TikTok. Oh, what could you have been doing in 16 hours, And I am guilty of that as well. So just to voice that, Jake, you got to have some thoughts on this, right?
Yeah. Does your phone let you know every week how long you spent on it per day?
It does. It gives me like an average. It gives me that.
Is it not too bad? Or
no, I try. It gives me a great sense of joy when I see that your screen time's been down.
Yeah.
Compared to weeks previous.
It always gives you like something less, like it's like you've been spending an average of 16 hours a day on your phone. I go, well, but I had to sleep. Like
true. So you're on your phone every second you're awake.
Yeah, but I do like you said earlier. There is, I'll listen to something to put me to bed sometimes. So I think sometimes that takes over the time.
UnKut with Kyle Perry. Listen
absolutely.
to that.
Well, no,
it's great for white noise.
You didn't. Would you be offended if so? Because I do. I listen to the same pro wrestling podcast.
Oh, no kidding.
Every time I can. And it puts me right to bed. It's perfect. And it's not to be offensive to anybody.
No, we're talking like WWE podcast.
Yeah,
no kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's good. It puts me right to bed.
Oh, I love that.
You got to find your white noise.
Shawn Michaels and Triple H talking pro wrestling would that would fire me up. I couldn't go to sleep with that. Those are my boys. My dear friend Max, when we were growing up, we thought we were the Generation X.
Oh yeah.
And if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those guys are freaking awesome. I was always Shawn Michaels.
School for doing the DX?
No. We, probably did. But we were pretty well behaved with that. We always would, because we lived in the same neighborhood, we'd pull out mats and we'd make like a makeshift ring. I feel like everybody did. If you had any sort of any sort of pro wrestling fandom growing up, you always, would try to do the same things, Rey Mysterio was a big one.
Oh yeah.
But
you didn't get too into backyard wrestling, did you?
No, not to where I ever made
folks.
a YouTube.
Yeah,
Where, I feel like that's when you really start taking off, when you're doing you're like embodying the stuff, and you got a YouTube
People
channel.
do like triple flips in a barbed wire just to put it online, and you're like, what are they doing?
Yeah, you're inviting your redneck friends out to the backyard. Yeah, for like a barbecue with a ring in the middle.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You see them all the time. They're great entertainment.
I'd like to go to one. I think.
Yeah, we should really carve out some time to maybe take the show on the road.
Yeah.
Out to some small town in Nebraska if they're hosting. I went to midget wrestling, and I know that might not be politically correct, but I think that's actually what they call it.
Yeah, that's what they call it. I've been to one of those before.
Yeah. Over at the ice box. And it was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
It was electric. I mean, you want some entertainment? Go watch those guys go to work. High flying. Well, relatively action. Which great.
Bring
freaking
out the
awesome.
trash cans and start hitting each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Get the fans involved.
Yeah.
It's incredible. No, they got a real gift. Like, that's true entertainment, especially when they can sell it, because sometimes you watch WWE now, it's like, oh man, that ain't as real as it looked when I was a kid, but those guys in person, it's pretty fun. I think WWE would be pretty fun to go to in person. So if DP would ever get in touch, because he knows people.
Oh, he does. He's when they come to Lincoln to Omaha, you should go, because he does get tickets sometimes.
Oh, beautiful.
I didn't know you're a wrestling fan, so we'll have to let you know.
Oh, dude, I think I'd love it. I mean, what an experience that would be,
Yeah.
Just totally immerse yourself in the electricity and the barbed wire and whatever the hell they bring out.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hey, Jake, I appreciate it, man. Great Sunday with you. Always
Absolutely.
is. Yep. And thanks for hanging with us, folks, here at 93.7 The Ticket. I'm Kyle Perry. This has been UnKut.